was the one smoking too much,
Oh,
okay?
okay,
Because
okay.
who the hell speaks back to Snoop Dogg?
Right,
I was like
right.
out of my mind that night.
You've collabed with some of the biggest names in hip
Yeah.
hop, right? I remember my days in the studio, and they were missions, and sometimes it was crazy, fights breaking out. Can you tell us one of your craziest experiences with a major artist in the studio, and maybe some of the worst artists you dealt with, and some of the bad experiences, if you can remember?
I'm in the studio and like this is my first time meeting Snoop. I'm so excited. Like my name's Chanel West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to West Coast rap mainly, and I had a dog named Snoop as a teenager. Our family dog was named Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
As an idol.
this was like the moment of my dream.
Right.
So I'm just hanging out, like waiting for my moment. And so he plays this song that he did with a female rapper who's nobody. She went nowhere. And at the time, I would guess you would say somebody who would be in comparison to me type. And I hear the song and I just say what's on my mind. I say, yo, you should do a song with me. She's whack. And Snoop like took it the wrong way, you know, and he was like, yo, like, how you gonna say she's whack? I just did a song with her. That's like saying I'm whack. And I said, Snoop, you're Snoop. Like, you're a legend. Nothing changes who Snoop is. Like, even if you did a song with this girl, you're still a legend.
Right.
And so I feel like I was making him good points. And then he was like, had to make his point too. And the next thing you know, we're just like arguing. And I can't even remember like how it escalated or where it went. But then somebody had to like literally, I call him my uncle JJ, who's the one who introduced me to Snoop. He had to come back in the studio and literally he carried me out of the studio. He's like, we gotta go, Sunshine, because that's like one of my nicknames, Sunshine. And it was just very random. And then I was crying. I was like in another studio at the studio crying. And I was like, my rap career is over. Like, I just got to argue with Snoop Dogg. Like, I was like, I can never be a West Coast rapper with Snoop. He doesn't like me. And the funny is, I remember Chris Brown was there that night too.
Chris Brown was there. Yeah.
Chris Brown had come back from the movies while this happened. He went to the movies, came back, and I'm like crying. And they're like, yo, Chanel, what happened? And then I tell them, and he's like, what do you mean you got in a fight with Snoop Dogg? I'm like, it just happened so fast. I don't know.
Did some of the smoke have to do with the...
Dude, it was me. I don't drink like dark liquor. That's not my vibe.
Right.
So it was Snoop. He had some Hennessy in there and I was like trying to be cool. So I took a couple shots of Hennessy, which is what I think loosened me up to just say what was on my mind. And yeah, it was a funny, crazy moment, but it's definitely like craziest moments in my whole music career, especially because I ended up being cool with him and he forgave me for being like crazy. He kind of respected me, I think.
Respect the honesty.
He respected that I spoke my mind.
Right.
That's what he told me.